Hey everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. This is episode number 4. Happy Wednesday. How are you all doing? My name is Andrew Lethbridge. I'm an energy healer. I'm a Reiki master, and just really have so much gratitude for you being here. Today we are talking about how to heal yourself at home. This subject means so much to me. I'll go into that later, and then also I'm going to do a heart chakra activation with my energy. I'm super excited to share my energy. I've never done a pre-recorded group energy session, so we're going to do that today. I was in meditation the other day, and my guides gave me a download that I needed to heal heart chakras today in the video. All my clients, I'm seeing blocked chakras. So today their intention is to send you self-love, self-confidence, improve your self-esteem. Everyone's going to feel the energy really different. I normally feel it in my stomach, some people feel it in their heart, some people hands. You might not feel it, and that's totally cool. If you've never had energy before, it might feel strange, but just because you don't feel it doesn't mean it's not working. So yeah, super excited to do that at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. And I just want to say, how's your month been? We're in February now. Their energy at the moment is pretty crazy. I'm having the most bizarre dreams. I've spoken to a few friends, they're having really weird dreams. So let me know how you are. Make a comment, let me know if you're having super bizarre dreams. I love to interact with you guys. And before I start the video, I just want to say, if you watch my other videos, thank you so much. Last week's alien video, I'm going to be really honest, was really stressful for me. I wasn't really sure if I was going to share that with you guys. I understand it's not mainstream, but when I obviously spoke to Elizabeth, she gave me the confidence to share, and she's been a great support to me. So Elizabeth, if you're watching this, thank you so much. I love you, you know that. And just the last week, I've just been really busy with healings, which I do on Zoom and in person. So if you're my client, thank you. And also I'm wearing my bear t-shirt today. I love this. I know a couple of guys have got it, a couple of girls. Super cool. The bear is actually one of the most powerful t-shirts we do. We do it over various designs. It cools the energy. It's got protection. It clears your chakras. And actually, he's got a symbol in the feet, which I activate with my energy, which raises Kundalini. So check that out. And they're in organic cotton, non-toxic prints. I mean, your body will love it. Your energy will love it. So today, before we start, I just want to say, this is not medical advice. I'm just sharing with you how I live my life. I'm not a doctor. Because actually doctors don't end up, they just give you tablets. So I'm not a doctor, because I'm giving some tips today on how you could possibly heal yourself at home. It's just, anyone who knows me, a few years ago, I was really sick the whole year. I kept going to the doctors, and they were like, we're going to test you for colitis, Crohn's. And I was just going round and round at the doctors. I was at Harley Street, and had I known these tips then, I know that it would have just changed my life at that point. I just felt grey inside. My skin wasn't good. I was fatigued. And I know how scary it can be. So even if you implement just a couple of these tips, it's going to make such a difference to your life. And the first tip I'm going to start with is grounding. This is also known as earthing. This is when you put bare feet on the ground, on the earth, and basically it improves your sleep. It reduces pain, reduces inflammation, and reduces stress. It improves wound healing. It balances out your heart. This is amazing, guys. I actually started grounding 2 months before my spiritual awakening, and I'm sure my connection with the earth, with Gaia, helped in the process. In the last 2 years, I've been sick once. I had COVID, and the old me, I would have flu constantly, a cold, sore throat, fatigue. In the last 2 years, apart from the COVID and the situation I discussed in my last video, where I kind of really didn't feel well, and I had the kind of energetic situation. I've been really healthy the last 2 years. I feel the best I've ever felt. I'm 45 and I feel like I'm 25. So you need to do this. And in summer, it's so easy to do. You can just go to the park, you can go to your garden, get bare feet on the grass. And this is why when you're on holiday, you're on the beach and you've got the bare skin against the earth. That's why you feel so amazing. And my top tip is, this is actually a grounding mat, and this is actually from Amazon. I think it costs like £20. I have 2 of these at home, and also I have the grounding bed sheets which I sleep in. This has been a game changer. Honestly, you'll feel so much difference. I saw a film called Earthing, and it's just amazing. Check it out. I think it's on Gaia channel, but probably you can watch it on Amazon. And also, so I have one of these in the front room. I use bare feet, or I just put it in my lap and just hold it like that, and it literally, you can feel it recharging you. You don't even, it's plugged into the wall, but the switch is off. As long as your switch is earthed, you'll feel the energy. I've got one for my cat, so they're great for animals. As you know, my cat is epileptic, and even though he doesn't really have seizures anymore, he's not allowed to go out, so I keep him on one of these. Animals love to sit on random stuff, so he just sits on the sofa and uses that. And also, when you're wearing shoes and trainers, they stop the conductivity of the earth to you. So that is my top tip. Everyone should be grounding. There's no excuse. It's literally free. And sometimes I go to the park and I stand against a tree and just pretend I'm resting against it, but actually I'm grounding. So yeah, check that out. It's amazing. It's really going to change your life. My second tip is being in the now. It's so important. I know that life gets so busy. The old me used to be like depressed about the past and worried about the future. I would be worrying about tomorrow, next week, next year, next decade. I was always not in my body. We really need to be in our body as much as I can. I see this in my clients a lot. They're always in their head. And even I do it. Like sometimes I go to the park. So after an energy session, I go to the park to clear my energy, and nature just, rejuvenates me. And a friend will call me, and the whole walk I'll be on the phone. And then I get back in my car to come home, and I'm like, I do not even remember being in the park, because you're so in your mind. So we really need to be in the present. And what we don't know is like the ego mind loves the past. It loves the future. In the present, in the now, the ego cannot, it cannot be active, because if you're just in the now and connecting your heart, the ego's got nothing to do. It has an identity in the past, identity in the future, and it always tries to help us. So it likes to go, oh, this is going to happen to you in the future, be worried, blah, blah, blah. But we really need to be in the now. And there's that book called The Power of Now. Check it out, it's amazing. And honestly, being present in the moment, we miss out so much on life, just the small little things. Time with your kids, with your partner, because you're on your phone all the time, or you're just like future jumping into future events that have not even happened. I've got a friend, she's like, oh yeah, but this could happen. I'm like, oh my God, you don't even know that's going to happen. You're worrying about things like your cortisol levels are getting stressed out about situations that actually never happen. So that is another thing, just be in the now. Check out that book. It's really, really, it's such a world famous book. And also just a little exercise you can do, and I do it all the time, and I fail a lot of the time. When you brush your teeth, just stay in the now and just focus on brushing your teeth, and don't let your mind wander. And before you've even known it, before you're on your bottom set, your mind has wandered off. So try and just do 2 minutes of like conscious thinking and staying in the now. It's just we just got to retrain ourselves. small little steps make such a big difference. So that's tip number 2. And just by grounding and being in the now, it's going to make such a difference to your life. My number 3 tip is meditation. Guys, we all know that meditation makes us really good, feel really good. It takes away a lot of stress and anxiety. It's taking you into the now. I use Insight Timer, which is free. They've got great meditations on there, and music with solfeggio frequencies that really help the body. So yeah, and also just like, guys, I know like when I speak to my clients about it, they're like, oh yeah, but I know I've got to clear my mind. Don't clear your mind. Just, even for 5 minutes, just sit there, close your eyes and just be. You don't have to like try and like wipe your mind of no thoughts, because that doesn't work. And I always say meditation's like being at a train station. You need to stay on the platform and a thought will come along, which is like a train, and before you know it, you're halfway down the track, and when you realize it, just go, take myself back to the platform, and then obviously just try and stay on the platform. So that's a really good example. But yeah, just put your favorite song on and just close your eyes and breathe. Just focus on your breathing. You can focus on your third eye, even just opening your heart. And also meditation is really good for self-inquiry. So you can be like, if you're having a really bad day or really anxious, you can just like quiet your mind. Have your favorite crystal. This is a Lemurian crystal. I'll link the details. Her name's Francesca. She's got the most epic crystals. But just hold your crystal in meditation and just be like, just quiet the mind and just be like, why am I feeling anxious today? And just see what comes up. There's always, your higher self will always work with you. So that is tip number 3. Tip number 4, the sun. Oh my God. So I used to be in an office. I used to get into the office at 6 a.m, 6:30 a.m, and I used to leave at 6 o'clock. I would not see the sun. I was so effing sick. So you just really need to get some vitamin D. So I always go out first thing in the morning when the sun's coming up. And I know it's really difficult when you're working, you've got to be at the office, but even if it's on your lunchtime, just go out, and you just need that vitamin. You need that, like the light codes in your eye. We've got something in the brain called the pineal gland. That is your intuition. And basically the more sun you get into your eye, that will clear that and open it up. And yeah, I mean, there's so many benefits of sun. Like obviously, you know, when you go on holiday, you feel amazing. It's really difficult, especially if you live in the UK. It's like really cloudy now, but I always go out. So basically I do like 10,000 steps a day, and I always go out first thing when the sun's there. And sometimes I just like lean against a tree to ground and just stare at the sun. You don't need to stare directly at it. You can just look through your eyelashes and kind of look down. But honestly, you will feel so much better. I mean, probably the main 3 things is grounding, meditation, and sun. Honestly, guys, try it. It's amazing. And I know you can get all these lights and like infrared and red light, but it's just not the same. You need to get out, and it just heals your whole body. And honestly, do not wear your sunglasses when you go out for a walk, because you need I see so many people in the park, and obviously sunglasses are super cool. I mean, I love sunglasses too, but the last couple of years, I've just not been wearing them. You need the sun in your eye. It just makes such a difference. And people are out there trying to get some fresh air, and then they've got sunglasses on. So that is like a no-no. Obviously, if you're in like bright sun in the middle of the day, that is different. But when you're walking around the park at 9 a.m. in the morning, you don't need your sunglasses, especially in the winter. And it really regulates your body. It regulates your sleep. It's just got so many benefits. So yeah, that's another top tip. Then the next one, nature. Nature, I mentioned in between my sessions, I always go to the park. Honestly, it cleanses your aura, your field, your mind. Just being now, just being present, have your favorite music on. Try not to, and another thing I always see when I'm in the park, people walking around just on their phone, like not even knowing what they're doing. It's like we just so need to be in our body and be in the now. So yeah, get out to the park, go for a walk. It's just going to regenerate you. And then my next tip is diet. So I am actually celiac, so I can't have gluten, which actually when I first found out was really problematic, but actually now I love it because I can't eat loads of rubbish. And also I'm plant-based. I think you should eat whatever you want. Before I went vegan, I used to have steak and chicken every meal with greens. You've got to do what you think's best for you. Some people work well on a plant-based diet, some people vegetarian, some people eating meat. I have no preference for you. You need to know. But one tip I would give you is before you eat, bless your food. And also if you do eat meat, and I've seen this with a lot of spiritual people, had downloads to say, just say thank you for giving your life for me to eat. And basically it processes and helps the food have a higher vibration. Just always bless your food. I always put my hands over it. We have a natural frequency, so just put your hand over your food and just say like thank you for everyone involved in my meal. You can have a blessing. I mean, it takes 2 seconds, guys. Honestly, that really does work. And also water as well. So basically I have a water filter at home. I think it was like £250, and it removes fluoride and all chemicals out of the water. It does make such a difference. You spiritual people know the fluoride blocks your third eye, which is a no-no. And also like just processed water, really bad. I know lots of people drink bottled water, but obviously there's like chemicals in the plastic. So yeah, so also just bless your water. Say like, so I go like this, and I just like visualize just filling up with energy, and I say I bless this water to activate healing in my body. You're just blessing your food and your water, and it really does make a big difference. And then my next tip is exercise. So everyone's really different. So I do a combination. I go to the gym. I love dancing, so I do Tracy Anderson dance, and also I do her workout as well. So I do 3 different workouts. You just got to find something that you really enjoy, move your body. Also, like a lot of my clients get in their head, and they like get stressed and anxious. So it's just like go and do something physical. You could go for a walk, dance. Every Monday I start off with my Monday morning, like I have visualizations of people at the train station looking really depressed. So what I do on a Monday morning every week, I put on like some banging songs, some house music, and I'm literally dancing around my front room. It's such a high vibe. I always start Monday. Obviously Monday morning is a low vibe morning, so I'm like, yeah, let's do this. And I just go for it, dance like no one's watching. At some point I'm like, I want to get on the sofa like it's a stage, but you just put your favorite songs on. Obviously that changes your vibration so much. And actually I'm going to do a video on how to raise your vibration. Got some amazing stuff to do that. All these tips are free at home. Yeah, come on, just start rocking out, guys. I know a lot of you probably love dancing. You don't have to go out on a Saturday night. Honestly, it moves the energy out of your body. It helps you process it. So I definitely try that out. Or just go to the gym, do something physical, walking, running. Honestly, these tips, you don't even need to do more than 20, 30 minutes. It's just stuff for you to do. So that's that, just checking my notes. And then this is really just have gratitude. A lot of people have so much in their life and just don't have gratitude. Like every morning I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so blessed for waking up. And then I always try and list like 10 things that I'm happy for, even if it's like my cat, my partner, a warm bed, warm food, electricity. If you've got them, you've got more than a lot of people in the world. So it's just like having like gratitude. Write down a list of like things. It takes like 2 minutes to be like, I'm thankful to have a home, food, water, a job I like, a coffee, whatever that is to you, you need to start having gratitude, because actually when you have gratitude, it raises your vibration, and it attaches to a higher vibration, and also if you're grateful for what you've got, then the universe sends you more of that. And honestly, since I've had gratitude for my life, I'm so happy. um, I just never thought I could be as happy as I am now. So I want this all for you guys. So yeah, let's do this. Let's just be thankful for your children, for your parents, for your friends. Some people have got nothing, and we are so lucky. So let's just have gratitude. I have gratitude that you're watching this now. And then my next tip is, and this is actually a real big one, boundaries and saying no. The old me, someone would ask me to go out and I wouldn't want to go, but I'd say, yeah, I'll go, even though I didn't want to go. And then basically when it comes time to go, I'd be like, I really don't want to go. And then I'd have anxiety. And if I went, I wouldn't be enjoying myself. Or if people are treating you badly, you can just say, don't speak to me that way. I'm not accepting that anymore. Honestly, once you start to create boundaries in your life, it's going to make such a difference to your life. You're going to feel super empowered. There's nothing worse than someone taking your energy away, and your power. And just be honest and say, do you know what? I'm really thankful that you've invited me out tonight, but this month I've decided I'm not going out, or no, I can't do that for you. If I could, I would. But I'm sorry that I can't do that. Actually, I know you think people are going to leave your life and they're not going to want to be friends with you, or your partner's not going to want to be with you. But if they don't want to do that because you actually don't want to do it, then they shouldn't be in your life. And actually people will start to respect you so much more. You'll respect for yourself more. You'll start to love yourself more. Honestly, it just makes such a difference. And obviously there might be people in your life who are low vibration. It's okay to take a break. We've all got people in our life, whether it's friends, family, that just lower our vibration. It's okay to take breaks. It's okay to speak your truth. I see so many of my clients with blocked throat chakras because they don't want to be honest. And I always say, you can always say whatever you want to say as long as you're compassionate. And all we have in life is our truth. So as long as you're truthful and don't try and hurt someone, you can be really honest. And yeah, that will make such a difference. I know so many people, so many of my clients do things they don't want to do, and just by saying no is not a dirty word. It's very empowering. So yeah, try that. My next tip is self-acceptance. The year that I was really sick, I just hated myself. I didn't know who I was. I just people pleased all the time. And it's just like, and I always say to my clients, once you realize you're 50% cool and 50% cringe, it just makes life so amazing. And it's so funny because some of the things I used to hate about myself, my friends be like, oh, I love that about you. That's what's so cool. Some of your quirks, which you're embarrassed about, is what people find is so endearing and love you for. We do not have to be perfect. You are perfect just as you are. So just be yourself. Don't worry about what anyone else thinks about. I mean, to be honest, last week doing the alien video, I had a bit of a crisis. I was like, oh, what if people think I'm mad? What if people think I'm cray? And I was like, do you know what? I know I'm not. My truth is I'm not. I love myself for the first time in my life. I know I'm an amazing person. I always try and help others. I have just so much love and compassion for everyone, and yeah, even for like nature. So yeah, guys, just accept yourself. You are fucking amazing. You are enough. You've always been enough. And yeah, just let it's like we're like snakes. We're covered in like layers. And once, like I always see through clients when I start doing energy with them, their layers start to unfold, and they're like, oh my god, I feel so much lighter. Yeah, so just be yourself. You are so effing cool. you may be equally cringe, but we love that about you. And sometimes when I'm doing these videos, I can't pronounce words and I'm like, should I refilm it? And I'm like, do you know what? No, fuck that. I'm not perfect. I am perfectly me, but I'm not perfect. And just accept yourself. Honestly, it just makes such a difference, and it is a process. I understand that. But yeah, you are so unique. No one is like you. You have your own frequency, and once you start embracing it, it is so liberating, just being yourself and loving yourself. Honestly, if I could give you guys one thing, it would just be to love yourself compassionately. Yeah, honestly, got so much love for you guys. And then my last tip is release attachment. Stop trying to control everything. I used to be the biggest control freak ever. I used to think I could control factories in total different countries and my partner and this and that. And once I realized that actually I cannot control the universe, it was actually so liberating. I see it with my clients. They try and control everything, and when they can't, they get really depressed and they get really like anxious and panicky. Sometimes what you think is right and control is not what the universe wants of you. So once you release control and surrender, honestly, your life is going to be, you're going to get things better than you ever dreamed about. Just stop trying to control, micromanage. If your partner leaves the door open, that's okay. Don't be like, oh my God, you've left the door open, you left your socks on the floor. And once I read a book and it said, like, for example, if your partner leaves his socks on the floor and you try and be controlling, and you've just got to think one day something could happen to your partner and they may never leave their socks on the floor, and you'd be so desperate to pick their socks up off the floor if they weren't around. It's just changing your perception of the situation. But yeah, so just appreciate you've got no control. Once you realize you can't control anything, you can't even control yourself most of the time. It is so liberating. So yeah, I just hope these tips have helped you. So just to recap them: grounding, number one, game changer. Get a mat if you can't get out to the park. I've seen so many people I've recommended this to. It just makes such a difference. And if you're sick, get on the grounding mat. It heals you straight away. Being in the now, dance on a Monday morning like no one's watching, meditate. There's loads of free apps out there. Get the sun in your eyes, get it on your skin. Be in nature, release stuck emotion in the body. And you can release that by like crying, dancing, exercise. I used to sit in my car and turn the music up if I was really frustrated and go, rah! Which is really funny. Do it with friends. Once I had 4 friends in my car, and we was like, after 4, we just started to scream, and it releases so much. You can feel it in your solar plexus. So try that. Diet, bless your food, bless your water, drink clean water. Exercise, gratitude, boundaries, so important, guys. Self-acceptance, and then just, yeah, stop trying to control everything. So they're my top tips. I hope you can use some of them. They're going to be a game changer. Even if you use a few, they're going to make such a difference to your life. And now I want to do the heart chakra activation. So I want you to just close your eyes and just take a couple of deep breaths, and I'm going to send you some energy, and my intention is to send it all into your heart chakra. And you might be able to feel this in your stomach. And my intention today is to connect you to your self-love, and my intention is to open your heart. and feel your self-love and self-esteem and self-confidence. You are enough. You've always been enough. You always will be enough. And if you love yourself, no one else matters. You might be able to feel this in your fingers. If you can't feel it, that's okay. It's still working on your heart chakra. Keep taking a few deep breaths. Feel my energy. Feel the vibration of love. I'm also sending energy from my heart. I want you to fill yourself with love that you've always wanted. You are enough. Just breathe and let the energy flow in. And if you want to open your heart at home, use a rose quartz. Funny story, that when I use a rose quartz for a week in meditation, I just put it against my heart. After about 3 or 4 days, I get super emotional. I'll be sitting in the park and I'll be like, feel like I'm going to cry because I'm so happy just to sit in the park. So then I'm like, I need to stop using that rose quartz crystal. I'm just going to shut your heart now, guys. Seal it up. Thank you so much for letting me share energy with you. I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've got something from these videos. Any questions, just put a comment below. Next week, I might do how to raise your vibration at home with some super cool tips. And then I'm going to go back and do San Pedro, which is a plant medicine, which is cactus, because there's crazy stories attached to that. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Love you guys, and have an amazing week. Everything is within you. You can heal yourself. Yeah, and just sending so much love. Take it easy.